What's going on with y'all, man? Welcome to HDiiTV. You're now rocking with your boy. We had some games on Friday. I just got done watching them. We had, of course, the Dream versus Wings. In Dallas, we had the Sky versus Storm, and we had the Aces versus Sparks. You know, I'm gonna watch the Liberty and Fever and then give you guys the update on everything, on how stuff is going. And then I'm gonna watch today's games and give y'all the assessment later. So I wanted to break it up like that because it'll be easier. So this is Friday's games. The Dallas Wings against the Dream. This basically was the best game Dallas has played like thus far as a team. Usually it's a Rike or bust. Odyssey Sims, ever since they picked her up, they've looked a lot better. They look like they actually know what they're doing. Because a lot of times they be looking so lost out there. So you know how it is. It was beautiful to see them play and everything. It was a great game. Arike, man, I swear that's baby Kobe. She played just like Kobe, and she played defense. She's very mean with it. She got some steals. The person who balled out was Natasha Howard. She played a great game. Tasha did her thing, especially in the post. She did her thing the last game. If you guys remember, I talked about it. She balled out the last game. They should have won the last game, but against the Mercury, I believe it was, but they failed down the stretch. So it was great to see. It was great to actually see Dallas turn it around, because Dallas wasn't in my opinion, Dallas wasn't really looking good, and it's mainly because of injuries. They got Sato out. They got another player out. Seacrest, Maddie is a beast. She was balling before she got hurt, so she's out because of a finger, I believe. So this team here came into the game, moving the ball. They got the ball to McCowan early. McCowan needs to touch the ball every time she's in the post. McCowan is 6'7". McCowan should at least have damn near 10 or 15 points early. Seriously, because you can't stop her. But sometimes she likes to fade away from the basket and shoot that mid-range. If you're 6'7", I need you attacking the basket. I need you going for the layup. I need you scoring. And this is my problem with John Quill Jones with the Liberty. She does this. Man, get to the damn game. I hate when they do all this extra stuff in the beginning. But that's my issue. I feel like she's good enough, in my opinion, to dominate the game, but she doesn't play her size. And a lot of times that pisses people off, especially myself, because McCowan could probably be the best big in the game if she actually played. Kalani Martin, I think, was back. I think she was hurt last game or sick, but she did a good job in this game, coming in, giving minutes, scoring, putting pressure on the defense. The Atlanta Sky really aren't that big inside or really that tough. Hillman and Coffee did okay. Tina did okay. Tina, shout out to her. Hold on. Congratulations to Tina Charles. To me, first ballot Hall of Famer Tina Charles. She broke a record. She's now, I believe, third in all-time scoring, which I love. I love that. I wish they would talk about it more, but they're not. They're only going to promote Caitlin Clark, which I have no issue with. You can promote Caitlin Clark. That's fine. I just wish they promote the other players and the other teams as much. There's a lot of talent out there. There's a lot of good OGs out there still balling, putting in work, and they don't get the proper respect. I wish they did, but they don't. So Arike actually played good. She had, I think, 16 or 18 points, which I like for Arike because the ball is moving. The ball was moving a lot. Everybody was touching the ball. They were scoring. Sims down the stretch made some big plays, a big three. And then she made a foul, boneheaded play, which I don't believe was a foul, but it is what it is. Alicia Gray, hands down, is very talented. But at times, what messes Alicia Gray up a lot of times is that Alicia Gray, you know, she either turns the ball over. She doesn't have a real strong dribble. She turns the ball over or she puts up a bad shot. And I feel like, in my personal opinion, I feel she needs to be more of the standstill shooter, you know, because she's great at doing that. She's great at being a standstill shooter, catch and shoot. Only put the ball down when you're in half court. If you're running full court, that gives you a mismatch against a defender like Arike. Arike is too quick, too fast, her and Odyssey for you to do that because they can rip the ball from you anytime. So those was my issues. Those were my issues with that game. The Atlanta Dream had a chance to win the game, but again, they didn't close. They made, like I said, Gray made a turnover. The other players really didn't step up like I thought they should have down the stretch. And to me, Atlanta Dream they need Ron Howard back bad. They need Ron Howard. Aerial Powers, you could tell they miss her defense and her energy. They need that back ASAP. Dallas need their players back. So you basically see two teams that's injured that are basically, you know, fighting and everything for a spot. They're both fighting, you know, for positioning. Atlanta wants to try to keep the playoffs. Like I told y'all, I got the Fever and Sky making the playoffs over this team, Atlanta. I don't think Atlanta's going to make it back. Now, if Ron Howard comes back right before the break or after the break, then Atlanta's going to be dangerous. They're going to be dangerous. Canada was out this game, too. If Canada would have played, I believe they would have beat Dallas. Because Canada, you could tell when they don't have Canada out there, they play so sporadic. They don't really have a point guard who can put people in position on both sides of the court. And at times, it's hard to watch. It's hard to watch a team that doesn't have a point guard, because point guards are your floor general. They keep you in position. They give you the play. They direct you in where to go. And I think a lot of times, you know, they were lost. Atlanta tried down the stretch. It didn't work out. Dallas stole the win. Arike made some big baskets down the stretch. She got fouled, made some free throws to close that deal. And I think if Arike scores between 16 to 20 points a game, I believe Dallas can win more because the ball is actually moving. Everybody's actually touching the ball. But when Arike's going for 30 or 35, that's not going to help because your other gals on the team ain't going to basically touch the ball. And to me, that's what really hurts them down the stretch. The Dallas Wings I think both of these teams need to get healthy. If they both get healthy, they're going to be tough down the stretch. They're going to be real tough down the stretch. So that's my assessment of that game. This game here with the Sky and the Seattle Storm. The Sky came into the game. They had a slow start, and then they started to pick it up. Kinfolk, which is Kennedy Carter, Kinfolk was out there balling. They couldn't stop her. Her aggressiveness and the ability to attack angles, to attack the seams, to get in the post, to get to the mid-range, to pull up and make the basket she was making it was crazy, dog. Like if the Sky can get up higher in the rankings, she might need to be looked at as MVP. I'm dead serious. Either MVP or most improved player of the year. You can give her most improved player of the year if you don't put her in the MVP, but Kennedy has been a dog out there. Defensively as well, she played great defense. Now, some of the things that piss me off about her is she does some dumb fouls at times. But the one where she swiped Skylar's head, that shouldn't have been a flagrant. To me, that was an accident. And then the other foul she got during the course of the game, I thought was bogus. But then one, she just slapped the hand trying to get the ball. You can't do that. Angel also had a couple of those, and Angel got to clean that up. You can't be getting these cheap fouls. They need you. They need you and Kennedy on the floor. Y'all can't be getting in foul trouble. Because if you guys get in foul trouble, then we got to rely on Brianna Turner. We got to rely on Izzy. And no disrespect to them ladies. They actually play the game. But they can't hold a candle to you guys. Lizzie Allen played a great game, controlling the pace. Mabry, everybody was so hard on Mabry. Mabry's defense on Jewel Lloyd and Horston and her ability to switch. She hit a couple threes, hit some shots to actually keep the momentum up on our side. It was kind of messed up where the people were just blasting her, and I watched the game. I'm like, why are y'all blasting? Why are y'all blasting? Why are y'all blasting her? Like, seriously, like I don't understand. She played a solid game to me. Kennedy Carter just showed everybody that, hey, she showed everybody that she should be an all-star. And I told everybody, Kennedy should have been an all-star. I thought it was bogus she wasn't an all-star. Especially she should have been in there over a couple people. But she did her job. Down the stretch, she made some great defensive stops. Stole the ball when they tried to pass it. She jumped and stole the ball and got a score in the post and bodied Skylar Diggins up. That was a beautiful play. Angel Reese. Angel Reese was the best player as far as impact on the floor last night. I mean, Friday night. The thing that she did was she was able to rebound. She was able to score. She hit a couple threes. Everybody was going crazy. Like, oh my God, Angel can score. She can shoot now. Oh my God. It's like, bro, Angel can shoot. She always could shoot. This is my thing. Angel didn't shoot a lot at LSU because she wasn't asked to. The coach wanted her to move the ball. She wanted to get the other shooters the ball. They had Alexis Morris. They had Flau'jae. They had another scorer. So all of this, everybody's shocked, and now everybody wanting to find a way to diss her. And the only reason people are dissing her is because they're capping for Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark is not the best rookie. She's not. She's not the best rookie in the class. I'm sorry. If Rakia actually had a coach who knows what he's doing, Rakia would probably be the best out of all of them. Aaliyah Edwards is balling too, but she's playing for a dumbass organization. So we've got to stop putting everything. It's cool to promote Caitlin. It's cool if you love Caitlin. But give Angel Reese her flowers. We're seeing Angel Reese grow in front of our eyes. Since the first game, Angel Reese has gotten better. She's on her 13th double-double. She already broke the rookie record. Now she's on course to break the WNBA record for consecutive double-doubles. And you guys keep hating on the girl. Y'all trying to diminish her accolade. But then this girl get a triple dub, which I'm going to talk about on a separate video because I want to talk about the Caitlin Clark. That's why I'm watching the game. I'm going to do this game separate because I want to break down to you guys that her team is way better than the Sky. Angel Reese got the Sky in 7th place or 8th place right now. They were projected to be 12th place. They were projected to struggle. They said that Angel Reese was going to come off the bench. It's like, bruh, she's a winner. Winners don't come off the bench like that. They don't. Winners don't come off the bench like that. If you a dog and you're a leader and you're somebody who takes the bull by the horns, which Angel does, you're going to start. And that's the issue. And that's the thing that pisses me off. She balled out. You had black men. That's why I made that video. When you guys get a chance, check out the live we talked about yesterday. When she did well, everybody brought up Caitlin Clark. Everybody was hating on Angel Reese. Everybody couldn't wait to hate on Angel Reese. And it's disrespectful. If you don't like the player, that's fine. You don't have to like the player. But the player's balling right now. Without her defense, without her ability to pass, without her mental toughness, Angel Reese is the floor general. She was calling out plays. She was putting up fingers, telling everybody where to go. She was directing everybody where to go on offense, and she was directing everybody where to go on defense. She's the anchor, and she's the floor general of that team. Lizzie brings the ball up. Lizzie may call a play or whatever, but Angel's making sure everybody gets in line. She did the same thing at LSU. That's what me and JP were trying to explain to Detroit T and Christian. Is like, bro, Angel Reese is the best player on the team, bro. Like, she puts Flau'jae in them in LSU. She used to put Alexis Morris and all of them in great position because Angel Reese is a freaking high IQ basketball player. But she won't get credit. You know why? Because she talks trash. She's rough around the edges. She's aggressive. She talks shit and she's unapologetic. And a lot of the brothers have disappointed me in their disrespect of Angel Reese. Angel Reese is balling. If y'all can't see that, then y'all must be a bunch of Tobys who want to be in your master's house. That's the way it's looking. The Seattle Storm, I mean, they did great. The problem is Jewel Lloyd. If Jewel Lloyd doesn't get going, then the Storm don't have a shot. NECA is older. She's an older player, so she's going to get her points. Shout out to Ezzy Magbegger, who should have been an all-star. She had damn near 9 blocks. She's been doing that all year, and she didn't get credit. She should have been in there over Jonquel Jones. I'm sorry. JJ has not had a better year than Magbegger, and she hasn't. That's how I feel. You know, that's how I feel. So a lot of people are going to disagree, but hey, Skylar Diggins-Smith did okay early on. She got some quick foul calls by attacking the basket. But down the stretch, she kind of faded because of Lizzie Allen's defense. Lizzie Allen did a great job on Skylar Smith today. Kennedy Carter as well whenever they switched on her. I loved it. It was great defense. They played their game, you know, which was good. Now, who else? Jordan Horston. How could I forget about Jordan? Rocking the 23, playing like Jordan. Horston had a great game. If it wasn't for Horston, Seattle Storm would have been in this game. Seattle Storm would have got blown out. Horston's defense. Kennedy was killing her all night. She made Kennedy take some tough shots. The game today that they play, I think she'll have a better defensive game plan. I believe that she'll do a better job of guarding her today. Also, offensively, Jordan Horston, I think, led the team with 20. She did a great job offensively. She hit about 3 or 4 threes. Also, she got a couple offensive boards and putbacks. Shout out to Jewel Lloyd, too. She had a couple putbacks. This was a great game. This was the best game of the day Friday until the Aces and Sparks game. I'm going to talk about that game in a minute. But the Aces and the Sparks game was the Storm in the Chicago game was crazy. Now, everybody is saying, oh, well, Caitlin is up and Caitlin's not in the lead. Angel Reese went to Seattle, played a team who has the best home record in the W. They're on an 8-game home winning streak. Went into Seattle, slapped their mama, opened the refrigerator, made a big ass sandwich, and kicked they damn daddy out the big chair. That's what happened. That's what the Chicago Sky did. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do, and that's what they did do. Went to their house and kicked their ass out of it. And that's what's supposed to happen. When you're on the road, this is how you build a championship team. See, a lot of people don't understand this is how you build a championship team. This is how you build it. You have to win on the road. Now they're going back again today to play them. They're playing back to back. They got to play the Liberty back to back as well. This is how you build your team up. You gotta win these type of games. If you don't win these type of games or take advantage of these type of games, you're gonna be left at home, man, soaking. So down the stretch, Angel hit a big three to put them up 7, I believe, or 8. And they started to come back. The Sky have had this problem, and this is something that concerns me. When it gets down the stretch, the Sky lose the lead. They start playing dumb. And Seattle came back after hitting a 3, getting a couple 2s. Necker gave the ball to Ezzy down low, put him within 2. But Angel Reese stepped up to the line, knocked down 6 straight, was it 6 straight? It was either 4 or 6 straight free throws and closed the game. If it wasn't for Angel Reese hitting that corner 3, hitting that mid-range, get into the basket to draw the fouls, and everything, it was over with. The game was done. But the Chicago Sky did what I always knew they could do. They finished the game out. Angel Reese and Kennedy are turning into the best duo probably in the league. One of the best young duos. The bench did okay. But what Teaspoon is doing that I like, she's leaving some of the starters out there with the bench, which she should have been doing. I was like, thank you. Because the bench, you can't just... And then she didn't go to her bench right away. She went out there with her starters in the second quarter, which was great. The problem is that the bench they just don't have it. They might need to find somebody to come in and help. If they could find somebody, then we'll be all right. But until then, we got to watch it. They pulled the game out because, in my opinion, Jewel Lloyd had a bad game. If Jewel Lloyd doesn't ball out, it's like the Connecticut Sun. If DeWanna Bonner don't ball out, they in trouble. If Jewel Lloyd don't ball out, they're definitely in trouble. So this game today, Jewel gonna come out firing. So they just gotta stick to their assignments, stick to their schemes, and they'll be fine. Now, we got the Aces at the Sparks. The Sparks play the Aces tough all the goddamn time. It's crazy. They play them great all the time. Because, for instance, De'Erica Hamby has an issue with the Las Vegas Aces organization because they just basically got rid of her, while she was pregnant, and they promised they wouldn't trade her, and they ended up trading her. I think Becky got in trouble for that, not sure, but this is basically a rivalry because De'Erica don't like none of them. She don't like the Aces at all. She do not like them. So that's probably why she didn't get an invitation to the U.S. Olympics. Now, so now in the game and everything, Rakia Jackson played awesome. And she's starting to get a feel for what she's playing. Rakia she can stand still and shoot. She can create her own shot. Rakia could play within the system, or she could become the system. It could run through her, or it could run through anybody else. She adjusts as the game adjusts. She made a couple, maybe 3-4 threes, which was crucial. Then she got to the elbow, was operating. At first, I thought she was going to score over Asia when she did the turnaround one-legger. She almost scored that. But that was dope. Rakia looked more comfortable today. She was battling for rebounds, and she was playing defense. She was D'ing up some of the best out there, which I love. I love to see that. Rakia is a person who gets who hasn't really had a chance, in my opinion, to actually get a chance. I don't like their coach. I still think their coach is trash. I don't trust their coach. To me, if it wasn't for De'Erica and Ari and Rakia going off and Burrell doing her job and the supporting cast balling out, man, then like I said, I wouldn't. I'm like, whatever. Like, straight up. I'm like, whatever. Because they would have lost this game. Zaya Cook, to me, should get more minutes. She missed a couple shots, but she didn't get a chance to get going. Now the aces and everything, I give the aces, their problem is going to be they need another big. And not only that, they may need another point guard off the bench to replace Chelsea whenever Chelsea is done. Kate Martin got in the game. She played some excellent defense and everything, which was cool. Played some defense, made some baskets here and there. But the person who really saved the day was Jackie Young. J.O., got it going. Kelsey Plum started with a couple threes early, but then she faded. J.O. came out and just did her thing. She just went nuclear in the fourth quarter to get them to overtime. And then in overtime, she was destroying them in overtime. It was like, man, what is we doing here? She was balling. Like, straight up. She did a great job all night. Hayes came in, did okay. To me, Stokes has a game. When Stokes isn't scoring and she really's not asserting herself, it's kind of hard for them to do what they have to do. So, for some reason, she can't get going. I don't know what that is, but to me, Becky needs to have a one-on-one with her and get her to, be more aggressive. Like, when she got the ball, try to take it inside. Also, they had Mustafason come in. She did okay. They brought in that was a good play. They brought in what's their name? Can't even think of their name. They brought in Alyssa Clark. Excuse me. Alyssa Clark came in. Alyssa Clark was straight, but I don't think you needed Alyssa Clark in this game because she really didn't give you much. I would have tried to go with Haynes a little more, or Hayes, whatever her name is. I would have tried to play a little more Kate, but I understand Kate's a rookie still, so You know, you got to take your time with that. But I just felt like a lot of times, like, you know, I just feel at certain times that the Aces are just bored right now. Like, they're bored. Like, they really are waiting to get to the playoffs. I don't really take much from this loss. The Sparks are still a bad team because they could come back next game and they could be trash. They could be garbage. But it's just, it was a bad game. Asia Wilson, aka we call her Mother. You know, she did okay. J.O.'s the one who went off. Kelsey Plum faded down the stretch, and then they needed Kelsey to be aggressive certain plays. She would either get ripped from the ball, or she getting into a back and forth with Ari, or she's missing shots. And it really killed them. It really killed them. You know, but no disrespect. You know, these ladies played their butts off. Rakia hit some big shots, especially down the stretch. Number 7, I can't think of her name for the Sparks. She hit a clutch shot to send them to overtime. And then in overtime, Hamby just took over. Shout out to Hamby, man. She's gone through a lot. And for her to exact her revenge on the team who let her go, it's, you know, it's kind of coming back to haunt the Aces. The Aces really miss Candace, and they miss Hamby. They miss that void of consistent scoring coming off the bench. And, you know, that's hurt them. That's hurt them. And it's like, man, how do you find that? How do you get that back? And they haven't been able to find anybody. Now, when they got Candace Parker, that helped them out a lot. But now that Candace is gone, they don't have nobody. And God forbid Asia don't get nicked up or Stokes, because then what? You ain't got no big person. You ain't got no big woman. Here come the BS. They calling these weak fouls. Fever, boy, I tell you. Boring behind game, dog. This game boring. The Indiana game in New York, everybody was hyping it up. I'm like, this game is boring. Because you got both teams shooting threes. Nobody's really attacking the post. They've only gone to the post a few times. It's like, what are we doing? Now, Hamby did her thing, but I don't take nothing from this game because the Aces are going to come right back and they're going to ball out. And they're going to get back to business. The Sparks, to me, I do not trust their coach. I don't like the way he rotates his players. He's not playing Zaya enough, and Burrell needs to start. I don't know what it is about Kia Nurse. Kia Nurse, I mean, she don't suck. She's not garbage, but she may not be a starter. You might need to bring her off the bench. I think Kia should come off the bench. Burrell and Rakia should start, along with number 7 and De'Erica and Ari. That should be your starters, and you should be able to bring Kia Nurse and Zaya Cook off the bench. That's what you ought to do. You know, it's like, what are we talking about here? You know, it's like, what are we talking about here? So, you know. But no, you know, no, nothing really. I just think that the Sparks need a new coach. I don't like their coach. I think they need a new coach. I think they'll be in a better situation with a new coach. I think the Las Vegas Aces are just older. You know, they're going through a championship hangover. You know, they're kind of bored right now, but they're very vulnerable. You have a great chance of beating them in the playoffs. especially the oh, nice shot. Especially, you know, when you got a young future. The Sparks have a very good future. The Aces, I think, got a chance. But I still think they shouldn't have got rid of Jessica Carter. They should have kept her. Ooh, good move. So that's my assessments of the game. Tell me in the comment section, what did you guys think about Friday's games? Dallas Wings looked it good. I mean, finally. But am I sold? No, they got too many injuries. The Sky are turning it around. I think the Sky can get better. They just got to learn how to close better down the stretch. They closed this game, but they can't be making dumb fouls and they can't be turning the ball over at the wrong time. You know, because that's what happens to them. That's how the Storm were able to get back in the game and make it closer than what it was. Also, you know, they got to learn how to. Kennedy got to learn how to not foul on stupid plays. But you know, Seattle Storm, they're just schizophrenic to me. To me, they're fine. The problem is if Jewel Lloyd doesn't get it going, if Jewel Lloyd don't ball out, they're not winning nothing. They're going to be in trouble. And then the Aces and the Sparks. Sparks need a new coach. Don't like the way he just pulls his lineups and just throw people around. They won that game because I think it was more about De'Erica beating her old team instead of them actually beating them. Like personally, you know, nothing against the Sparks. Congrats on winning. They were hungry that game. Rakia especially was hungry. Did her thing. You know, shout out to Baby. That's my baby, but she's so fine. She's so fine. Detroit homegrown, baby. What up, though? Detroit in the building. You know, that's about it. That's their problem. Too many threes. This is why the Liberty are not winning. They shoot too many threes. Wait till my assessment. Because I've been watching. And I'm going to expose this little whatever they call it, the triple dub. But thank you guys for tuning in, man. Let me know what you guys think about the games Friday night. So thank y'all for listening, man. I am out. Deezy. Oh, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this. Hit that notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. And if you guys love what you hear, you can donate to the page by going to my description box, hitting that link to my Cash App to donate whatever your heart's desire. You guys can also super chat. You guys can also find me on Zelle. You guys can also if you want merchandise, welcome to HDiiTV merchandise. The link is in the description box. That'll take you to the store. You guys can order your stuff, hats, shirts, pants. I think we got shoes now. Just go check it out. Also, you know, support the page. We also got the Patreon. I just posted 2 things up there, and I'm finna do a video for the Patreon. It's only $3 a month. Doesn't cost a lot or anything. So, you know, check it out. So, shouts out to Casino for Life. Shout out to Jag Sports, Jose Rodriguez. Shout out to Scrub Zero. Shout out to Leaf Diggy, the Mac Mizzle Show, Strictly Left, One True Emperor, who did it this time, Lobo, L0B0, Foodland Speak Sports. You know, shout out to that brother. He be putting in work. Bear Theater. shout out to him, man. You know, he doing his thing. One True Emperor. He doing his thing. You know, shout out to them, man. They doing their thing. Much love to them. You know, doing their thing. You know, we out here grinding. Shout out to Angel Reese, to me, the Roy so far. Shout out to Kennedy Carter, most improved player. Possibly depending on their ranks and if they can get over 500 near the end of the season, hell, we might get MVP talks for Kennedy. Just saying, Ken folk out here killing it. The dream to me are done unless they get Ron Howard back and Jordan. They really need Jordan Canada back ASAP. And then they need Ron Howard. So, 4-13, 49, field goal percentage at 39.5. Okay, yep. That's why the Liberty losing. Facts. So, yeah. I'm going to holler at you guys. Y'all be safe, man. I'm going to finish watching this game, and I'm going to do a breakdown of it. And then I'm going to, after I do a breakdown, I'm going to watch the games from today and give y'all my assessment. So I'm going to holler at you guys. I'm out. Deezy.